Superman 78 of the Metal Curtain issue 6 heads to the Daily Planet, where Perry White tells Lois and Jimmy that they are news people and it's their job to report, and they don't hold their breath and wait to hear. He knows that somewhere in Russia, the most important story in the world is happening and no one has a clue about it. He speaks to Superman, hoping the hero can hear him with his super hearing when he says he needs to kick Metallo's ass. Superman meanwhile is smashed back into a pillar by Metallo, toppling the pillar and scaring the little girl and her family behind it. Before the pillar can fall on the family though, Superman stops it, assuring the little girl that it's going to be alright. Metallo hits him away, welcoming him to the motherland and assuring Superman that he won't enjoy his stay. Metallo proclaims that in Gorky Park they will all see him, the Soviet people's champion, begin his campaign to crush the capitalist empire of the West, and Superman's tattered cape will be his flag. Metallo tosses the pillar aside, crushing the nearby newsstand and almost killing its owner. Superman can see the park is still littered with people, unleashing a freeze breath onto Metallo and encasing him in ice. Superman quickly tells the people to get to safety and warn others to stay away. Metallo unleashes a kryptonite blast that frees him from the ice, allowing him to uppercut Superman high into the sky. As the people watch, Superman slams into the bottom of a building, causing cracks to form in its foundations. People can see the building is going to fall, but Superman is already dealing with it, using his heat vision to weld the crack back together again. He assures a woman inside the building that they are safe now as Metallo grabs Superman, dragging him along the ground and shooting him in the face with a kryptonite beam, demanding that he die now. The villain plows Superman into a tanker truck, causing a huge explosion. Metallo tells him that he listens to too much of his own propaganda, since he was made to kill him and his armor was built because of Superman and his one weakness pulses in his chest. He asks Superman why he believes he can live, and after standing on weakened legs, Superman tells him that he isn't believing in himself, he believes in Metallo. Enraged, Metallo blasts the hero with everything he has, asking what he believes in now, since nothing, not even his individualist American ways, can stand against a single Soviet heart. Before Metallo can deliver another blow, the little girl from before steps into the way, telling Metallo that he doesn't have to be mad, since Superman doesn't want to hurt anyone. More people gather around the villain, telling him that Superman saved their family and kept their buildings from falling. Metallo doesn't care though, since he is a weapon of their oppressors, but the girl asks what if that's just what the government told them to believe. Superman tells the villain that the world wants America and Russia to fear and hate each other, and he knows no one is perfect, not even himself, and they all have it in themselves to be good to one another. The Russian army soon arrive, told by Morozov to surround the invader and not let him escape. He orders Metallo to tell him why Superman isn't dead and why he isn't killing him right now. He continues to rant about the American tyrant on their doorstep, but Metallo tells him he knows it was all lies. Morozov demands that he follow orders or he will be replaced. Metallo's eyes begin to glow green, telling his former boss that they will never be another Metallo, since he won't allow it. The army surround Metallo and Morozov tells him the kryptonite radiation has poisoned his mind, and they will need to build a bigger, better armor to contain it and fill it with people who are stronger. Metallo aims his weapons at the army, telling them that the kryptonite will never harm anyone ever again. Superman pleads with Metallo to let him help him. Metallo tells the hero that his real name is Maxim. Superman already has helped him. Metallo blasts off into the sky before the weakened Superman can stop him, activating the kryptonite heart within the armor and overloading it, exploding in a bright green light that lights up the entire sky before going dark for good. Angered, Morozov tells Superman that no one will ever know this happened, and Captain Maxim Nikolai's name will only be spoken with dishonor and disgrace, as he was a traitor to the Soviet Union. Superman knows that it doesn't matter if Morozov honors the man, the people will, and if he tries to stop them, Morozov better remember that Superman is watching him. Superman leaves Russia as the people cheer for him, and later, Perry asks if Clark is even listening to him. Clark apologizes, since the cold he still has is getting the better of him. Perry reminds him that while he was off sick, the news was still happening, and now they are standing in front of a blank front page. Even Lois doesn't have anything from her source, as Clark excuses himself to take something for his cold. Lois tells Perry that Moscow newspapers aren't reporting what happened with Superman, so how are they expected to find out? Perry isn't too happy to be tied with the Soviets for this news, thinking that they could run the interview with Superman's parents. Lois knows that she'll have to do a follow-up with them as Jimmy snaps a picture of the window behind Perry, who wants him to save the film for something he can use. Jimmy thinks that he can use this, telling them to look outside. Outside the window, Superman waits for them, asking the group what's new in the world, as in Russia, the little girl races through the park in a homemade Superman costume.